Hey there everybody, Mazrock here, and today is an excerpt from a stream a couple of weeks ago that I had a tinfoil hat theory that Evokers could be tanks and that WoW was actually Blizzard was actually kind of ramping up to reveal it once the black dragonflight was more thoroughly fleshed out. And as we're getting some kind of blue bot spoilery stuff here and a new specialization might actually be in the works, I thought it'd be good to kind of release this video. Now, this is an on-stream video where we're just talking about things, so there we go. Enjoy it, it's fun, it's ridiculous, but I think it's well worth the watch. Please do like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Check out thetankclub.com if you're looking for WoW articles written by me. And of course, thanks to my patrons for making videos like this happen. Without your guys' support, I couldn't do it. If you're looking for early access content, which this video will be up early access for them, as well as early access written content from the Tank Club and things like that, my work in progress, how things are broken down, all that fun stuff, my patrons get that as rewards. And yeah, so I hope you guys have yourselves a good one and enjoy the video. Bye. What I'm thinking, here's what I think is going to happen with Evoker. Like, this is my tinfoil. This is my tinfoil hat. Is we're going to go through Dragonflight with Evoker being devastation and preservation. But we're going to see the rise of the black dragonflight. That's happening. That's already set up, right? With Rathian, Sibelian, everything like that. We've got this all there. We're going to see that storyline continue. And I think what's going to happen is when that storyline is done, we're going to get Evoker tanks. Like, that's what I think is going to happen. And for Blizzard, it works out. Because thematically, we don't really have a black dragonflight right now. Abyssian number 1. We don't have a black dragonflight in WoW right now. We just kind of don't. So, there's no sense in really having them in yet, story-wise, thematically. But also, it is incredibly fucking difficult to create a new spec with a tank, healer, and a fucking DPS, and manage some sort of fucking balance with all three. Like, look at all of the troubles monks have fucking had between the 3 fucking specs over the goddamn years, right? With all of the bugs of trying to get things with Brewmaster and Windwalker to work right, and then Mistweaver and this or that. This way, they can fucking have an expansion and focus on preservation and devastation. Focus. And thematically, it works. All you have to do is kind of work the kinks out of those 2 specs instead of 3. Just have your 2 specs with 2 different roles instead of 3 specs with 3 roles. And then that way, once you have those 2 locked down, you can add the tank spec in after. And it works. We end Dragonflight. We have a black fucking flight renewal, revival, whatever. Sibelian or Rathian will be voted on by the WoW community, or Abyssian, or whoever. And I'll happily put this on. Zotic's right. Abyssian's a far better choice than the other 2 main black dragons. Yeah, I agree. I'm tinfoil hat. Yeah, I'm saying 11.0. I'm saying Evoker tank. Because it works out. We're gonna fucking finish the raid. We're gonna have a revival of the black dragonflight, and they're gonna be like, with the revival of the black dragonflight comes a tank Evoker. Doesn't that work? Like, that works. And it's way easier to fucking balance. Because you'll have an expansion to balance it anyway. Remove DPS specs and make two a tank. Honestly, you fucking could. You could. You could have alright, Evoker, you could literally have how Evoker would tank. Let's have that conversation, right? How would Evoker tank? You do think the game needs a cloth tank eventually? Yeah, they already stole that from Warlock and made it Demon Hunter. It's already kind of a thing. They just changed it from cloth to leather. Half of the Demon Hunter abilities were all old fucking Warlock abilities. We're all old Demon Lock abilities. Metamorphosis being the big one. Sorry, it's kind of already done. Demon Hunters are Warlock tanks. They're not. I don't think they're gonna go back at that. I agree. I'm mad it was removed as well. It was a fuckload of fun. But you could have an evasion style Demon Hunter monk Evoker tank. You could absolutely have that. Time dilation is built into preservation already. You could absolutely put like bronze-based evasion stuff or like time stuff as like an evasion tank for Evoker, but you could also just fucking beef them up. Like, give them a big shield and a sword, right? We need more shield classes, because right now there's only 3 shield specs in the game. We've got, well, 4, sorry. So we have 3 classes and, no, wait, 5 specs. Yeah, 5? 5, because we have Holy and Propelly. Fist Wet, yeah. We could, can you imagine, like, an agility shield? Like, have an agility shield with, like, fist weapons and shit like that? Fucking dope. That could be fucking dope. Yeah, so we have Pally that has Holy and Prot. We have Prot Warrior. And we have Resto and Elemental Shaman. Those are the only 5 specs in the game. Out of 30 fucking what? 4? No. 8? 38 specs in the game now? Or 37? I don't know. We have a lot of specs in the game. This is what happens when you don't pay attention to any of the DPS specs. Yeah, Elliot, like, that's all we have. Like, it's a fraction. And shields are cool as fuck. You could absolutely add a shield fucking Evoker tank, and it would work. It would absolutely work. They also do need to add another actual range DPS to the game. Because they've added, like, 0... They've never added a range DPS to the game. You can argue Devastation Evoker, but their minimal range kind of shoots that to shit anyway. So... like, what do you do there, right? But we should absolutely have another... Sword and Shield would be like a chess piece. Yeah! Exactly! Like Manaroth. I mean, we already have the mod for it in-game. Wait, what? I have mounts? Oh! I'm on the PTR. Oops. Like, I forgot where I was for a minute. Like, we already have, like, the looks of it, right? Like, if you look at, what was that bot one? In Shadowlands. Well, there's, like, the Seldore raiment here. That looks like it has, like, a little chest piece. Yeah, you're negative on range DPS, because survival is fucking no longer there anymore. And they're adding things like this, right? Like, just the little piece there. They're doing more stuff with it. And if you look at this one here from BFA... you definitely got the tit protection there. But you're definitely getting a lot of options. Blizz confirmed they had a Evoker tank but didn't release it? I did not hear this. I would love to read that. So my tinfoil hat theory just kind of already has a step more to truth furry. I'm telling you. But why wouldn't they have a fucking Evoker tank? Maybe not even all, like, even... Alright, so let's take Blizzard, right? Let's say we're at a fucking... tit protection. is what it is. My warrior shirtless, don't need protection there. So let's say we're at Blizzard. We're sitting around the fucking table. We have Evoker, we got dragons. How does tank not even come up in conversation? Right? The active choice had to happen to not have a tank spec. He said he asked about it? Oh, okay. And I believe that, but that's, like, you think about it, right? You're coming up with a new spec, and you're like, oh, we have a healer in mind. We have a healer spec in mind. We can do this for DPS. How do you not have a tank conversation? You have to have the conceptual conversation. I would almost guarantee it as a person. That, like, I could almost guarantee that the concept of an Evoker tank was already been discussed. Abilities were kind of already discussed, and yeah, and all of this stuff. The choice had to be active to not have the tank spec put into the game. It's not like you were at a Blizzard meeting and they were like, Evoker, man, we could do dragons! And someone's like, they could heal! Think about the green dragons and, like, the bronze, and, like, we could do healing, and, like, what about the blue and the red? Oh, man, they could just devastate their enemies, and then somebody would be like, what about a tank? You can't imagine the person running that meeting going, you're a fucking idiot for thinking Evokers can tank! Like, that's not, like, there's no way. There's no way that was shot down at the concept stage. I absolutely believe Blizzard has full, at least minimum, full conceptual plans with talent ideas and where they see it going. They said it didn't fit the theme right now, which means it could come later. What did I just say? We don't have a Black Dragonflight. By the end of the expansion, we're going to have a Black Dragonflight, and we're going to get a Evoker tank with the Black Dragonflight Revival Renewal.